Okay, we're waiting on a few more people, so we'll get started in just like 2 more minutes. Thanks for waiting. Okay, it's about a minute after, so we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Victoria, and I am a customer support specialist with Punch Pass. And today we're going to be talking about why you might be interested in checking out Punch Pass, why you might be a little tired of your current system. We've seen a lot of people make the move, and we've helped a lot of people make the move from MindBody to Punch Pass. There might be a few features that have kind of prompted your interest, and we'd like to show you a little bit about why we think Punch Pass might be the right system for you. We'll be taking questions at the end, but you can always type them into the Q&A feature in Zoom. And then we're just going to go ahead and get started. So this is something that we've seen a lot lately, but also over the years, we've been getting a lot of feedback from people who've made the move from MindBody to Punch Pass. And, you know, a lot of these things that we've heard from our clients who've made the switch, it's a lot about usability. It's a lot about maybe it's not just your interaction with the system, but also for your instructors and your customers. They might just be finding a lot of the features a little bit difficult. Some of the things that they offer are, you know, certainly it works for some people, but some of the features just maybe don't fit for a lot of small businesses that we're more familiar with working with. So if that's something that you've been feeling, if that's, you know, not an unfamiliar experience for you, then you're definitely not alone. And hopefully we'll be able to help you out and make your life and experience of managing classes a lot easier. So there's definitely a lot of familiar reasons to make the switch for our clients who came from MindBody. And these are really pulled from a lot of their experiences with making the change and why you might find Punch has a better solution for your business. And the top one and the one we hear most often is ease of use. We definitely have built our system to be a convenient, user-friendly tool that doesn't require you to have a lot of knowledge about software. It's really meant to be something that you can pick up and just start playing with immediately. And so that all starts with the trial. We have a 2-week free guided trial. We have a checklist to get you going. We have a video introduction right when you sign up. So you get kind of an overview of the site and how to navigate. And throughout the session and your trial, you'll be getting pop-ups and messages from us, giving you some direction and helping you through. We also have tours on a lot of the settings pages, so you can click through and get kind of an overview of what the page is and what different features can offer you from within the application. We also have a demo that's available to you from Punch Pass. So what our founder Chris did was set up, basically go from start to finish within a trial, going through basically all the settings and features to set up. And one of the things I really love about this demo is that it gives you a really good feel for how Punch Pass works, but also it's pretty quick. You'll see the timestamp there is about 17 minutes. And so obviously that's our founder, that's someone who works in the system every day. But if, that's the kind of thing where if it takes you 4 times as long to get set up, it's not even half a day of work. So it's definitely something that we think everybody can do. And again, we make it super easy throughout the process. And then, in terms of what it looks like in the experience, we've also made it super user friendly. So a lot of icons, a lot of explanation of what every feature is in each page. And then from within all of your settings and setup, there's drop down explanation, check boxes, and over almost everything we have a little question mark, so you can always hover over any of those to get a further explanation of what the feature is. So throughout the system, we really try to make it as user friendly as possible, so you don't really need a lot of tech experience to be able to use Punch Pass. One of the other features that we think makes us really different from a lot of other options out there is that we're a small business too. So most Punch Pass users and people who come to us are not big, franchise gyms or studios. They're, 1 or 2 locations, and they really want to make their fitness, experience a positive one for their community. It's a lot of local people trying to do something in their area, and we get it. We're a small business too. So this is our team. I'll kind of go over in the top left is Chris. Chris is our founder, and he started Punch Pass basically once he started talking to someone who was having trouble, and he saw how difficult it was to mark attendance and track everything with pen and paper, and really saw an opportunity to do something that's a lot easier and honestly and more affordable for small businesses as they're starting out. In the top right, that's Sharon. Sharon is one of the partners at Punch Pass who is really responsible for a lot of our marketing efforts, and also a lot of communication. So any big news and events about Punch Pass, you'll probably hear from her. That's me in the center left. I'm, I guess I said, customer support specialist. And so I do a lot of the in-chat and phone calls with existing Punch Pass users and anyone who's interested in using Punch Pass. Middle right is Michael. Michael lives in Belgium, and he is one of our members of our tech team. He does a lot of our designs, so he does a lot of things that make the system really, really easy to use and pretty. We always like all the clean interface that he builds for us, so we always like that. Bottom left is Dan. Dan is originally from Vermont, which is where Chris and Sharon are, but he now lives in Estonia. And he's also another one of our tech team members who does a lot of work on the back end, not so much on making it pretty, but making sure things work and work well. So very important to our team. And then in the bottom right is Claire. Claire is also a member of the support team. So she'll be in the chat with you as well, also takes calls, and she's also really involved in our social media. So that's our team, and we're small, but we're mighty, and we really work hard to make our system the best it can be, and also helping you get onboarded and comfortable with it. That's really our goal. So what's nice about this is that you'll get to know us. You'll really, we won't be strangers, we won't be bots. We'll be real people who are again helping you and helping your business be successful with class management. So another major feature that you'll probably notice a difference from MindBody is our pricing and subscription plans. We have 3 different plans for different features that you might be interested in, starting at as low as $39 US a month and going up to $89 US a month. So this is definitely something that is pretty different from the MindBody model. We definitely aren't, we aren't really always trying to compete on price, but it's something that we understand that your bottom line is important to you as a small business. We completely understand, and it's why we pay attention to this, and we recognize how important this aspect can be. And all of our subscriptions are month to month. You can pay annually for a discounted rate, but it's month to month. And what's also really cool is that from your system, when you're logged into PunchPass, is that you can change your plan at any time. So if at any point you need to upgrade or downgrade for whatever reason, you can do that. So that's something that we think is pretty cool, and again, gives you the just the access and ability to make changes to your account as you need them. So that's something that we again think is a little special, and we're very upfront about our pricing, and hopefully that looks good to you. So another big feature, and something that obviously is very close to my heart, is our support team and what we have to offer. So yes, we are a small team, but we are a mighty team, and we work really hard to make sure that support is, again, our #1 priority, and something that we can do to help you migrate and help you get up and running and deal with anything that comes up along the way. The best place to reach us is through our live chat. So we have a live chat that you can access on our public website. So if you have some questions after this, if we don't get to them, definitely reach out there. But also the live chat is within the app. So when you're on your home screen, you'll be able to chat with us right from there. We'll send you messages as you get started, so you'll be familiar with the chat. And that's really the quickest and best way to reach us. We have people in different time zones, and we get back to you, and we have a record of that. So that's definitely the easiest way to run support. But we also offer scheduled calls through Calendly. So we have a link where you can set up a call with a member of our team if you want to talk a little bit more. You'd rather have someone on the other line to talk through a situation, or just ask your questions all together. You can definitely set up calls. That is something that we do and support, and we love doing it. It's nice to hear from you guys. And again, this is another thing where you will build a relationship with a support team. We're here to help, and we're really on your side. We want to make sure that the system is right for you, that it works for you, and that's something that we prioritize as a team at PunchPass. You won't be that surprised to hear from any member of our team. So again, it'll build that relationship, and you'll be familiar with the people that you're speaking to. But you don't have to take my word for it. Obviously, as a member of the support team, I'm pretty proud of us. But we get a lot of really positive feedback, and these are just a few reviews that we've received from PunchPass users, especially people who've made the switch from MindBody, who really appreciate the customer service that we provide and what we do to help. And you'll also notice that people know us by name. Again, we're a small business. We work with you. We understand things change and life happens. I think we're all experiencing that a lot lately. So we're here to help. We're flexible. Please reach out to us if you need anything or have any questions. That's really our #1 priority. And another thing, you will not be hearing from us and constantly messaging you whether you decide to sign up with PunchPass or not. We do not have a sales team at PunchPass. We do not have anybody leaning over, or either digitally, or via phone to ask you, when are you signing up for PunchPass? This is not our vibe. This is not our style. This is not the culture that we have at PunchPass. We don't think that makes sense for a number of reasons, but we think that most of our clients come to us because they're looking for an alternative to a system that they're not in love with. Or they've heard about PunchPass. Maybe you've heard about us in a Facebook group of other fitness studio owners. That's a pretty popular way that people end up coming to us. So we don't have a sales team. We're not going to be pressuring you constantly. We hope you'll like our system, but it's also really important that the system is the right one for you. PunchPass is not going to be the right system for absolutely every studio out there. We think it's a really great one. We think it's, we're very proud of our product and what we have to offer, but we want to make sure it's the right one for you. One of the reasons is because, again, we don't have a sales team. Most of the people that you'll be talking with as you're getting onboarded and as you're checking out the trial are on support. And so if you sign up and it's not the right system for you, we will also be dealing with that. So we really want to make sure PunchPass is right for you, that we get you the answers honestly when you reach out. And so that's really important to us because we have other things going on too. I think we're all experiencing other things right now. You know, our team's busy baking bread, our team's busy out in their garden, and they're also busy teaching classes remotely, just like you may be right now. So we really like to focus on making sure that you have the right system so you can go off and do what you need to do and not spend all your time dealing with a software product that might not be right for you. And again, it's because support's our #1 priority here. We think that speaks enough for our system that maybe a sales team isn't necessary. We have a lot of positive reviews out there, and again, we think that's more important than some of the other aspects that you'll get from other providers. So that's another thing that we hear is kind of a positive about PunchPass, and we like to share it. One of the things that we've also been hearing a lot lately, and you might see if you check out our reviews, is how we've responded to the current crisis with COVID-19. And this has been a really difficult time for our industry and for people who are running group classes. At PunchPass, we've always really focused on offering group classes and really emphasizing the need to meet in person and how wonderful it is to have people with common interests and get together and build that community in person. But one of the things that we've all realized is that this is not always going to be an option for us, and we recognize that. And as much as we love getting together in person, we needed to make some changes really quickly and make that available to our users. So luckily we saw this situation as it was developing, and we were able, again, because we're a smaller business, to move quickly and be really flexible. So we launched online class offerings on March 13th. By March 15th, we launched our direct Zoom integration, which I'll be talking about a little bit more in a moment. But again, very quickly, we made that functionality available to our users who were having to close their in-person classes, and they were able to make the switch really, really quickly to offer online and to kind of get out there in front of it when it was possible. On April 5th, if you've been using Zoom, you might have known that there were some privacy issues that Zoom is experiencing. So they turned on passwords on all meetings, and it made a change for a couple people, but luckily we were already, with our Zoom integration, automatically adding passwords to the meetings. So luckily that all went out, but we were able to also reach out to everyone already using Zoom and let them know what the changes were, and again, really let people know that we were prioritizing privacy as well. And then more recently, we've been able to launch a content library. So for pre-recorded videos and classes, people are now able to upload those classes so customers can access pre-recorded content. And that's another new feature that we've been able to launch because of the need to move online and all these different factors. So we really, again, I think this says a lot about sort of what we try to do for our users, and also recognizing that when things happen, we do have to make changes, and luckily we're able to do that. So I did want to go over the Zoom integration because I know this is a major feature that a lot of people are struggling with in MindBody, and I kind of want to show you how pretty quickly it'll be for you to get a feel for it in PunchPass. So the first step, if you're doing our Zoom integration, is connecting to Zoom. It's a pretty easy process from our integration screen. You just need to click Connect to Zoom and allow access with PunchPass, and that syncs your Zoom account. From your class page, and every class has a class page, you'll be able to quickly click and turn the class into an online Zoom class. What that does is it automatically creates a Zoom meeting based on the time, the start time in your PunchPass class, and it automatically attaches it to that class. So when customers make reservations, they'll automatically receive that link, and they'll also receive it in the reservation reminders. So that process is really taking care of you if you're using PunchPass. The process to reserve an online class is the same as reserving a regular in-person class. So for your customers, it'll be an easy process. The only difference is instead of getting in their car, walking down the street to your location, they'll just be opening up their email and clicking on the Zoom link to join. And really, for yourself and your instructors, from PunchPass, you'll be able to click here to start the online class. So it's a really easy process. We definitely have been providing a bit more support lately to people who have questions about Zoom, and people who are now offering online classes that they didn't before. We also have 2 webinars pre-recorded on our website. So if you're looking for more information about offering online classes and a lot of our recommendations and some tips that we've received from PunchPass users, I definitely recommend checking those out because there's a lot of really good information there. But I just wanted to give a little overview of how that works, and hopefully you'll see some of the benefits there. And then our newer feature, the content library, from your customer view, they'll be able to either log in, or if you have public videos like this demonstrates, from your schedule, there's a content library page or tab within the schedule so that people can access videos. And then what's nice is that with your videos, you'll be able to set different levels of restrictions. So you can have public videos, so something like an introduction to your instructors or to your business, or just some explanation about what you're offering. Maybe you might have one public class that people can check out and maybe get a taste for what you have to offer. We've been seeing that with some of our users. And then the other levels are, you can set it for members only, so anyone who has a login to your account can see those videos, or you can restrict it by pass. So they have to have access, they have to have a certain pass in their account in order to view the videos. So we've been seeing a lot of PunchPass users have been creating a special membership, full access to the content library and the library of videos. That's something that people are doing as a new option. And then the other feature that you can use is you can add a pre-recorded video automatically to a class. So this content, you can set it up so that everyone has to reserve a space in the class, and then once they do, they have access to the pre-recorded video. So if it's not going to be a live class, this is something that you can also do while still marking attendance afterwards to debit their pass. So that's something that is another feature that you have with content. Or it could be, you can add multiple pieces of multiple videos and content to the class in case they need to do anything preparation wise, something that you might like to share in addition to the class. Or you could add this after the class. So if you have the class, you record it while you're doing it virtually, you can add the content later, and only people who signed up for the class can access it and access it afterwards. So there's a lot of different options here, but again, we're still building it and making some adjustments. These are all features that are currently available. We are certainly looking into adding a couple other features. So expect to see some updates with that within the next couple months. But we're really excited about it, and we think it's another feature that we've been able to add because we know that people are looking for these options now that they have to do fully online or hybrid classes with a few people in person and some online. So it's just another area that you can really get into. And again, we make it pretty simple. The process is there for you. Really click to upload and you're pretty much all set. So we really think that feature can help you out and offer you another option as you're looking into managing your online classes. In terms of the conversion process to PunchPass, so if you are deciding that you'd like to make the switch, we've helped a lot of people make this move from MindBody. This is not an unfamiliar process for us, and you will be working with us as we go through it. So we make it pretty simple for you, but the biggest feature that we help out with for MindBody clients is uploading your customer list and your visits remaining report. So these are two features in MindBody that you might be familiar with. The mailing list is usually the list of everyone that's ever been signed up or involved in your account in MindBody. And so you should be able to download that and send it over to us once you've decided to make the change and you've decided to join PunchPass. We can upload your entire customer list with everyone who's ever interacted with you at any point thus far. And so we can upload that for you. We can also upload your visits remaining report. So your visits remaining report is the list of customers as well as their pass information for any existing passes that they have on their account. So what that'll do is not only will we add your most active and most recent customers because they still have a pass with you, but we'll also be able to upload those passes in bulk. So we'll be able to add a converted pass to their account so that the transition is a little bit easier. Once they, go to log in and sign up, they'll be able to see their converted pass from MindBody so that they can still book with the new system. This is also, we can do both or we can do one of the others. So sometimes people want to have the full mailing list, anyone's ever talked to them, as well as the visits remaining report. We can do both. Some people really just want to do the visits remaining report because they know it's the people who are currently with them, and they want to make sure they're really only taking over the information and the data that's most relevant to them right now at this point. So really up to you. And if you have questions about these reports or you're having trouble finding them, please reach out to us in the chat because we can definitely help you out with that. So if that's a question that comes up as you're going through the trial, we can do that for you. So the next thing I wanted to go through is a little bit of a story from one of our clients who made the switch from MindBody to PunchPass. So this is Amanda Gonzalez-Barone, and Amanda runs Girl Fight Fitness. And she's a really great customer with PunchPass. We love working with her. And she's got a really interesting story because Amanda was really, and maybe this sounds familiar, but had a desk job. She worked with a software company and then really decided that she wanted to really make a change in her life and become a fitness instructor. And, this was probably not something that she thought was going to happen that many years ago, but it's obviously been very successful for her. And she has a really great organization with Girl Fight Fitness. But they started out with paper and pen, trying to mark everyone as attended and keep track of everyone through physical spreadsheets was pretty tricky. I think if you've ever tried to do that with, your binder, luckily they were busy. They were getting, 200, 300 clients within their big binder, but it's great to be successful. But when you're dealing with, physical data, it's a lot harder to manage, and it ends up taking up so much more of your time. So she decided, we really need to make the move. I need to move into a system. And she chose MindBody. So starting out with MindBody, and again, we should remember that Amanda started out in a software company. She's familiar with technology. She is not, your average fitness studio owner. She had a lot more experience, but she was finding MindBody to be extremely frustrating. And it wasn't just for her. It was really difficult for her instructors and trying to teach them and taking time out of her day and what they were all doing to spend time using the software and teaching them the software. And it just felt, she says it felt really cumbersome and confusing. And she felt like it was a very large system that she wasn't using all of the features for, and was getting frustrated with the increased pricing. So she was looking for something else, something that was going to allow them to mark attendance and be really easy to track payments for their customers. And so, they made a change. Amanda reached out and made the switch to PunchPass, and this is their current account with PunchPass and their schedule. As you can see, they're teaching a lot of online classes right now using our Zoom integration, which is awesome. And Amanda's been able to stretch out and have 2 locations now. She's found Punch Pass to be a lot easier for her instructors. She really likes how easy it is to mark attendance and access all the admin features from the phone, her own phone, which again is really convenient for the instructors as well. But basically she saw a future with Punch Pass and is out there talking about it pretty regularly. She loves to talk about Punch Pass and how it's been able to help their, her and her instructors be a lot more on top of their process and spend a lot less time trying to figure out how to make everything work. Once they went through the trial, it became pretty obvious that they were going to be able to use the system quickly and easily, and it wasn't going to be that, a big pain to make this switch. And Amanda didn't even get to do that with the benefit of doing it with stay-at-home orders. So I know a lot of people right now have a bit more time, maybe in between their online classes, to check out Punch Pass. And so we really recommend it. And I think if you speak to Amanda, you would find that she would recommend it as well. So we really recommend checking it out. It's the best way to know if Punch Pass is the right system for you. It's punchpass.com/free trial. And that way you can log in and sign up for our guided 14-day trial. Reach out in the trial if you have any questions. You can reach out after this if you have additional questions or you're interested in talking about the different plans. We'd love to help you out. And then another thing I'll also recommend is our blog. So punchpass.com/blog. We have a lot of more in-depth question and answer sections about MindBody and people making the switch from MindBody, questions that they ask a lot, and a lot of answers that we give on a regular basis. So I also recommend if you're looking for more additional information after this webinar, I definitely recommend signing up for the trial, giving it a go, or checking out our blog to see a little bit more information about the move and how you can make that switch. But that brings us about to the end of our webinar. So I will reach out now and see if we have any questions. You can reach out. There's a Q&A section in Zoom where you can ask questions, or also in the chat if you have anything to ask. If you have questions about how Punch Pass works, how to make the move from MindBody to Punch Pass, anything in between, feel free to reach out. And I will take any questions if we have any. Right. It doesn't look like we're getting any questions, which is not a problem. Please, if you have anything come up later, anything comes to mind, you can go to punchpass.com. Our chat is there. Reach out. We'll respond to you quickly. As I said, we're on top of our chat and we're here to help. So if anything comes up, we'll reach out. We'll also be sending out this webinar, the recorded webinar link shortly. So we'll send this to you if you wanted to review anything. Again, please reach out if you have any questions. We'd love to help out. All right, everyone, stay safe and have a good rest of your day.